180.
Welcome back to Online Darts. We're here in Den Bosch and we've got Mr. Cool and Luke Humphries. Luke, first of all, how are you?
Really good. I've had a lot of changes over the last couple of weeks. Obviously got braces now as well, so lost a bit of weight and practiced a bit more. So been trying to better myself a little bit.
Yeah, look, obviously we saw on the social media, obviously the dental thing and whatever. Is that something that you've always wanted to have done? And
Yeah, it's something that was going to be done about a year ago, and then obviously I become world champion, and I didn't want anything to hinder that. So I thought to myself, okay, we'll sort of wait a little bit, and then it was supposed to be done after the match play, and then it got cancelled again. So I thought, right, okay, well, it's going to happen this year regardless, and it's a decision I've wanted to do for many years. It's something I want to do, not like hateful comments you get or the silly things you see. I couldn't care about them. It's something I wanted to do. So.
First time we've spoken to you since the World Championships. Obviously not the way you wanted to go out. What was that few days afterwards like, that knowing that you weren't world champion anymore?
It was fine. I kind of accepted it straight away. It's always going to be a tough task to do back-to-back world championships anyway. Did I believe I could do it? Yeah, of course I did. But Peter played fantastic, and Sky Sports sort of got me caught up in this stupid war of words with Peter Wright, which was never a thing. It's kind of something that got blown out of proportion, really. And when I see Peter the day we played each other, we hugged each other, said hello, and there's no animosity between us both, but kind of put pressure on me then, because I felt like I had to go and prove a point when I didn't really need to. So yeah, it kind of threw me a little bit, but that wasn't the excuse for losing. Just Peter was better, and sometimes when people play like that and the way he finished, you just have to hold your hands up and say, better player won, and he did.
I was going to say, yeah, because you two were very open with your comments. They weren't spiteful or anything like that.
No,
Did you feel
really.
it, like, obviously, when it gets put up on the jumbo screens in the arena, when they're playing clips of press conferences and whatever, did that kind of like throw you then a little bit?
I just thought it was a little bit desperate for a headline in a way. I think media's getting that way a little bit anyway, but kind of thought it was a weird tactic to throw out, making out like me and Peter Wright were slagging each other off when we weren't really. It was kind of, in a way, a compliment to me, say if I win a world title that I could match him, and would be quite something considering I highly regard him as one of the best that's ever been. So yeah, I was kind of giving myself a little bit of credit saying how well I've done. You match up to someone like Peter, he's achieved a lot, and I could almost have matched the amount of majors he's won and worlds. So I meant it in a good way, but it's all gone now. It didn't happen, and I'll go searching for the second one next year.
Does that relight the fire now for this year to go and get that back, that world
Definitely.
title?
There's so much darts to play from now till the World, so the World Championships is not on your mind. But of course, now I'm not the World Champion, you want to win it again, and everybody feels that way. When you're World Champion, everything feels nice, and you turn up to things, and you're the World Champ, everything feels great. When you're not, you lose that special, feeling of aura. So you want it back, and I think every player does. So yeah, of course, when I go back next year, I'll be probably even more mentally strong to go on and try and win it.
I know, obviously, you want to win it, and was it like a pressure relief though when you're not world champion? Because I remember speaking to the previous world champions, they said it is a different feeling, a different kind of pressure going back there with it on your shoulders. Did you feel that?
I mean, yes and no. I didn't really feel like I was going up on the stage thinking, right, I've got to win this game, so I need to retain my world championships. But after you're out and it's over, there is that weight of, right, that's it. Then you're not world champion anymore. You're a former world champ, and I found it quite easy to accept, even though I didn't like it. I found it easy to accept because, like I said, I've always wanted to be world champion. I've done it once, so that's always going to be with me, regardless whether I never win another one. But yeah, it's a lot of pressure on your shoulders going and retaining a trophy, but to go and retain a world championships is even harder, and it would say a lot because there's only 2 or 3 people that's ever done that.
The nice words that you got though from former champions, the way that you conducted yourself as your year of world champion, must fill you with a lot of pride as well. People saying that Luke Humphries has been one of the best ambassadors for the sport that we've had in a long time, and words like that from fellow pros and fellow champions must be nice.
It is lovely. It's nice to hear, and I'm glad that people think that I've done the World Championship justice. Being World Champion last year, done it justice, and I felt like last year I had a great season as well. I think it was 5 or 6 TV finals of the World Cup, so I won 2 majors in the World Cup. So yeah, I was pleased with the way it went. I felt like I just wanted to win at least 1 major being World Champion. I'd have been a bit disappointed if I didn't, but I won 2, so yeah, it was a successful year.
Well, you mentioned the World Cup there, and obviously other Luke has mentioned the World Cup recently as well. This is quite exciting, you two playing together in this year's World Cup. Are you excited by that as well?
Of course, I'm incredibly excited about it because it's a great partnership, but there's probably even more pressure on us than any tournament we'll ever play in because everyone's just expect us to win it. and that's going to have a lot of pressure on our shoulders. You know, people are write teams off when first to 8 it's a short format. If you don't get going early, it can all change and you could be out early. So, look, if we both turn and play our best, then it's going to be an incredibly tough task for any team to be able to beat us. But you know, you can't go into it thinking you've won it before you've won it. Otherwise, that's when you slip up. But if we both turn up and play anywhere as good as we can, then yeah, we're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm looking forward to playing with him. I think he's looking forward to playing with me as well.
Luke, absolute pleasure as always, mate. Thank you very much for your
Thanks,
time.
Phil. Cheers, mate.